morning, everyone, and welcome to our 22nd weekly Communities of Practice Sunday check-in session on this important topic of discipline today. My name's Priscilla Wong, and I'm a volunteer with the Communities of Practice team. I hope everyone has had a good week, and I welcome you all to this half hour of Dharma, reflection, and community connection. It is customary for us in Australia to begin any meeting by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land. I would like to start today by acknowledging the Dharawal people as the traditional owners of the land on which Nantian Institute resides. I also acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which you all are, and I pay my respects to the elders, past, present, and emerging. The check-in sessions have been developed by our Communities of Practice team and community. In 2018 and 19, we ran a number of community days and then began these weekly check-in sessions in October 2020. The purpose of these events were as outlined above, guided by humanistic Buddhism to develop and cultivate our practice and friendships. Now more than ever, the practice has become even more vital. And the purpose of today is exactly that. I'd now like to introduce Venerable Dr. Juewei, who is the founder of the Communities of Practice and director of the Humanistic Buddhism Center at NTI, to guide this session on discipline.
Thank you to Priscilla for carrying the community through thick and thin over the past 21 episodes. And to Jonathan and Juewei for facilitating the sessions over the past 2 months. I feel truly supported by this amazing community. Let's begin with our usual check-in of body and mind. So let's sit comfortably. Wherever you are, gently close your eyes. Allow the body to relax with every breath. We'll begin with a scan of our body, relaxing our forehead, eyes, facial muscles, neck muscles, shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, hands, and our fingers. Relax. Relax our back muscles. Feel our spinal cord relaxing. Relax our thigh muscles, calf muscles, feet, and toes. Let all tensions evaporate from our body. And when you're ready, gently, ever so gently, bring your attention to the tip of your nose. And just watch our in-breath and out-breath without any judgment nor control, but just watching this amazing breath for the next 1 minute. And whenever you feel ready, you may gently open your eyes and return to the moment. I'm grateful to you for suggesting and voting for the topics that we will discuss this month. Today's top vote of discipline was inspired by a question on how we can become more disciplined, especially in following through a practice that we know in our heart of hearts is good for us, but yet we simply cannot stay with it as planned. The question of discipline reminds me of a quote from the original vows of Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva Sutra. A Brahmin woman is told that she can reach the gates of hell because of her spiritual powers or the force of karma. The force of karma is what I would like to call one's habitual energy. If we know that continuing down a particular path can only lead to downfall, why do we do it? For example, I know that if I do not meditate daily, I will become irritable once something occurs against my wishes. But yet, I don't seem to be able to build that habit. Why? The reason may be deceivingly simple. It's because of my habitual tendency. For example, my tendency may be to complete the many tasks on my to-do list. And because I seem to be able to get by the day without meditation for now, I can let that go. So I think I can take a gamble today. And as everyone knows, that is what Buddhists call samsara, or the endless cycle of birth and death. So what can we do? The best thing may be to change our habits with our willpower, since we know the counterpower of karma. Ask ourselves, if not now, then when? As we grow older, and as only direction will grow, habits get even harder to change. So let's make a decision and stick with it. Perhaps we can start with one small step at a time. Give ourselves a routine of just a 1-minute mindful check-in at the beginning of the day and working up to more minutes as the habit strengthens. Unfortunately, that does not always work. Borrowing from the Christian tradition, we sometimes say that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, meaning that the demands, desires, and fears of human nature may distract us from the path. Change does not come from wishful thinking. Dependent co-origination teaches us that we need to set up the conditions for a practice or change to happen. Well, perhaps we can get the help of external agents. For example, put a meditation cushion in front of the bedroom door so that I must meditate before leaving the room. If these don't work, then we may join a community of good friends who share the same practice. This is the purpose of the communities of practice, to develop the habit of reflective pauses in our lives. So now, may I invite you to close your eyes again. Think of an occasion when you or someone you know exercised discipline. What did you or the person do? Thank you everyone for your questions. I hope you had a good discussion in your breakout sessions. It's now time for us once again to open the chat box and share our collective wisdom. Again, thank you, Lai Chin. Discipline requires determination and motivation to move on what's planned, to achieve and become our good habits, certainly. Determination and motivation. What are our values? Oh, yes. Alex, this is very thoughtful. It's about self-love for our future self. Which would you like? Thank you, Irene, for reminding us. Do we want the short-term pain of discipline or a long-term pain of regrets? Thank you, Mage, for finally joining us here at the Communities of Practice. We welcome you back again and continue that discipline. Yes, Priscilla, thank you for reminding me for the small steps of 5 minutes exercise, 5 minutes meditation, and if I can add to that, 20 minutes eye breaks. Discipline leads to perfection. It may also lead to suffering, and therefore we need the middle path to take one step at a time. Yes, yes. Thank you, Cecilia, for reminding us that discipline is the heart of any spiritual practice, and we need prayers and good friends to help us along. Discipline is the core of collaboration. It is teamwork, isn't it, Bruce? Thank you, Jane, for reminding us that discipline should also be fun and not feel like work. So please continue your gift of insights in the chat box while I hand back to Priscilla to take us through the rest of the morning.
Thank you, Venerable Juewei. We hope the check-in today was helpful to you and that you experienced the loving kindness of this community as it is offered here today. If the sessions today if anyone might be experiencing greater need than what the session could meet, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us at the email above, or if you'd just like to drop us a line, feel free to email as well. On the 18th of April, Sunday the 18th of April at 11 a.m, so instead of the Communities of Practice session, we'll be running a session by Alex Trout-Goik and Jade Hutchinson. They're both long-standing members of the community, and they'll be speaking about disruptive technology. While the session is targeted, or the research was in view of the youth population, it really is very relevant for all of us to understand how social media is reshaping identity, relationships, and community. Registrations aren't open yet. We'll let you know when they are, but please do save the date. As we check out this month, Venerable Juewei would like to ask all of you to reflect for a moment and send thoughts to the loved ones, friends, and strangers who may need some care and healing. May they feel the warmth, strength, and love of this community as we recite the dedication of merits together.
Let us now dedicate the goodness of what you have done to all living beings. May kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity pervade all worlds. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit all beings. May Chan, Pure Land, and precepts inspire equality and patience. May our gratitude and humility give rise to great vows.
Thank you, everyone. We'll be back next week, as per usual, on Sunday, the 14th of March at 11 a.m. Venerable Juewei will be speaking on the Bodhisattva vows, which was again voted for by the community.